Game started.
Okay, Morphe 77. Let's start off with E4. 4 E5. Maybe we'll get one of those classical openings. Let's go with the Ruy Lopez. Okay, the early C5. Bishop C5. I think in this position you can take on E5. I think this is one of those cases where it works out in white's favor. So the old center fork trick. And so he gives up the bishop pair. This is a comfortable outcome for white, I think. So if I castle, does he have any great attacks with his knight? I mean, knight comes to f6 with check. And so I have to be careful about that. But at the moment, well, maybe let's delay castling and put the bishop out here. Can he do something clever against the bishop? Or the queen? I think this is okay. Let's see if he wants to defend the knight or move it. He decides to move it. Okay, let's drop back with the queen then. But I do have to be careful about this pawn, okay? Let's see, and if I go to D3, he's got knight to B4 hitting the queen. He has knight to B4 anyway. Let's take that knight off. And then just castle. And the queen can retreat without too much trouble. Okay, and I've got that pawn defended. I get another piece out. So this is probably not much for white. There may have been better ways to play that. But, well, I get all my pieces out, and maybe queen to G3 will threaten to take on C7. But after queen to G3, he's got knight to H4. Kind of annoying. Okay, I'm going to bring my knight over to the king side. Looks like that's where the action is. That covers the H5 square. He's putting more pressure on that pawn, but I can move this pawn forward. He can go to G4. And if I drop back, he takes, I take. I've got 3 defenders, he's got 3 attackers, so I think this is all okay. He goes there, hitting my queen and my bishop. So if I go queen to F3 here, he takes the bishop, I take his bishop. I could just defend the bishop, and then I have to move the queen again anyway. Is there a better square for the queen? Maybe just drop back here and keep in touch with the bishop. Okay, so we've got a bishop versus a knight. Queen. What's the queen doing over there? I was thinking of moves like knight to F5 followed by queen to G4 to threaten the dark squared. Threaten G7 there. Okay, he's lining up to threaten on G2, very logical. Yeah, so he goes there. I don't have to move the knight right away because the pawn is pinned, so it's not really threatening to take. So what should I do, though? I could play f3 just to shut down the attack on that diagonal. That's one idea. Could reposition the knight somewhere. Maybe knight back to g3. Or the queen. Okay, so now I have to move the knight. The knight could go to h6 here. Threatening the threatening the f7 pawn. And then queen here defends the knight and attacks f7 again. He can defend it though. But then I have knight back to g4. So it looks like I'm making a little bit of progress here with these maneuvers. Knight back to g4 threatens queen to h6. I didn't do anything about this. Should I just take there? Let's see, if I take there, he can pin it with the knight. Maybe that's his point. Knight takes, rook f8. There's no, I could take his rook, threatening the queen. He takes my queen. I take his queen. He takes back. I get a rook for the knight, so that wins the exchange, right? If he tries to pin that. So he just attacks it that way. Okay, so where do I want? I want to, let's see, if he attacks from there. If he attacks from f7, I think I can bring my queen over to h4 here, defending the knight. I want to get my knight, or maybe back along this diagonal. In any case, I want to get my knight to g4 to threaten queen to h6, which I think will be somewhat disruptive. Yeah, so he attacks the queen. And if I go to g5, he's got rook to to f5. So I wanted to go here. The idea of getting my knight to g4. If he plays pawn to g5, I can take it. I mean, that does threaten my knight, but I can take it with check. Okay, brought his queen forward to there. Okay, let's bring the knight back like I wanted. Well, there's also knight f6 as an idea. Queen h6, knight f6. These rooks aren't really participating in the attack. I haven't done a good job of getting all my pieces in the attack. I'm just attacking with two pieces here. Okay, so he drives the knight away. Well, I can throw in the queen check first. No, I can't. I can play knight to f6, however. Yeah, that's a fork. It's the queen and the rook. That's probably good enough. That's no good at all, right? He just left his queen hanging. But, well, I was developing something there. So what's the best way to play this now? Just get my other rook going here. Let's see, he can sacrifice on f3. Bishop takes, or rook takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Or rook takes. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work in either case, whether he takes with the bishop or the rook. Just not enough force there. Okay, so he's bringing the king up. He can maybe
Black resigns.
Okay, he decided to resign. Yeah, he was going to lose the bishop next. So until he lost the queen, he was just down the exchange here. But I had some advantage there. Anyway, we'll take a look at that in the postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.